Welcome back everybody to Boston Adventures. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing one of the most popular hotels in Cancun. But not only is it the most popular, it's also got tons of mixed reviews. On one hand, we've got horrible reviews, and on the other hand, we've got good reviews. So we're here to find out the truth, and follow me on that journey. So just a few things to get you started, some general information. We are coming in the months of July, and it was about $300 a night, and that obviously includes you the room and the 2 people in there. Some other things that I might tell you as well is very, very important. Make sure you make your reservations for the restaurants because they run out pretty quickly. And also a very important question, a lot of people want to know what's the difference between the Pyramid and the general Grand Oasis. So basically the facilities and everything is kind of like all in the same area. The Pyramid offers a little better room, and they also offer you better restaurants. I mean, from the restaurants that we went to that include you in the Grand Oasis compared to the Pyramid are definitely a lot newer, and they're nicer, and they're better food. So first we're going to be doing the room tour. Now this is the regular room that you get, and we got the one that overlooks to the lagoon. But if you take a look at the left side, you can see a little bit of the ocean. We're going to show you exactly how that looks like. And again, follow me to see what the room. Now on the outside, you don't really get that much space. You get enough for just basically 2 chairs, and you can take a look at the lagoon, take a couple drinks, but follow me on the inside. Now on the inside, on the right hand side, you get a desk, just a table, just I guess if you're going to be working on vacation, it kind of sucks. You got also your standard where you share the 2 rooms, so obviously if you come with a party or more, then you can share that room. If not, then you keep that locked. You get a TV in the middle. Now this room did get the 2 beds, which are basically both of them combined, which turns into a big bed, I guess. Now they also told us if you're the VIP status, then you get the mini bar included. So let's take a look at what you get in the mini bar. They refill it every day, and you get some Snickers, you get some waters, Cokes, some beers, and some potato chips. So nothing really fancy, but it does the work. Now, just overall looking at the cleanness of the beds and everything like that, everything seems to be pretty good. Let's just do a quick check on the beds here. Take a look at how comfy they are. So they're pretty comfy, they're not that hard. I guess also personal preference, like whether you like it hard. Feels pretty good. The pillows as well, they feel pretty good. And again, nice and clean, the floor, everything like that, seems pretty good. So let's jump right over here. Let's take a look. Oh, before we go in, you do get your closet, so you get some amenities. You get your security lock, you get some bathrobes, and you get your slippers. Now let's go into the bathroom. You get your bunch of stuff over here. Again, everything looks pretty clean, to be honest. You get a tub on the left-hand side. Pretty big tub. If I go in here, enough space for 2 people, maybe a little bit cramped, but again, 2 people can definitely fit in there. And then on the other side, we have the toilet. And again, everything really seems to be nice and clean. Nothing really out of the ordinary, nothing dirty, anything like that. I wouldn't say it looks old, but it just looks like it's been here a while, but everything seems pretty nice, to be honest. From the reviews that I saw, it seemed a little worse, but my hotel room, which is the average standard one, looks pretty good. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the beach, and let's take a look at what you get over there. So now, taking a look at the beach here, we're gonna tell you a couple of things. The beach is actually pretty big. Not bigger though than the one we went to Barcelona. That one was huge. The dates that we're coming here are July, and we don't see that much seaweed. The ocean, as you guys can see, it's blue, blue, blue. I mean, the ocean is very, very nice. Now, pertaining the hotel individually, one thing I will say is definitely with these all-inclusives that are a little bit cheaper, you get the expensive areas where you can sit at, and that's 1,900 pesos, which would be like $110. So it's pretty expensive. It's almost half the price of the room. And the other ones, you can get the free ones, but there's really not that many of them. So that's one area where I'd say they're definitely lacking, and because almost all of them were full. And there's really, again, like I said, not a lot of them, and there's a lot of people in the hotel, so they're definitely lacking on that. But overall, they have a nice area on the beach. They have other activities that you can do in the water. Obviously, everything has an extra price. And also, you got a lot of hotels connected next to each other where you can play volleyball and things like that. But specifically for this hotel, there's really no volleyball or anything like that, or any specific activities. But overall, I would say it's pretty good. I'd rate this beach for this hotel probably a 7, a solid 7 out of 10. But yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you some shots of what the beach looks like.
Now let's talk a little bit about the pool. It's actually pretty big and it's filled with nature, palm trees. You can see peacocks running around. There's a lot of restaurants and bars around the area, so you can definitely get a quick drink super quick. Now, pertaining to the people that went there, it was about half and half, like the amount of people that were there just, you know, drinking, trying to get drunk, and the other half was really families and kids playing around. So I kind of saw a little bit of everything. Really my one complaint for this is just the sheer amount of people that were here. I mean, it was just so many people. Like, for example, if you go prime time, which was like 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., there was just so many people, and in my opinion, I really just didn't want to go in the pool because it just seems so many people. But if you get up early, you know, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and you go in there, there's really not that many people in the pool. So I definitely rate the pool an 8 out of 10, especially because of how big it is and how close it is to the ocean.
Alright, so again, from what I was seeing in the regular buffet, I did this one because this looks like their biggest one. But they had a lot of things missing, and they really don't have that many meat options. But let's go ahead and try this one first, the pork. The flavor's not that bad. A little bit chewy, but it's definitely cold. Next thing we're gonna try is this one's the beef. It's a bit on the salty side. That one's not cold, but it's like, yeah, it's like room temperature hot. You definitely gotta have some water with this. All right, let's try the chicken nugget for the kids. This one can't fail. A ver, pruébalo tú. No, this one's hot. This is actually pretty good. If you got kids, you can give them chicken nuggets all day. Let's try some of the pineapple. This is like grilled pineapple. Oh, fuck. The juice is supposed to be sweet, but that one's just weird. I think I would give it like a 6.5 hitting a 7. So it's just above passable, you know, when you're like, it's decent, but definitely nothing like out of the world, out of this world. So how much would you rate it?
7 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Ooh, we got a harsh one over. We got Gordon Ramsay up in here.
8.
Un ocho. Wow, an 8. Damn. That's a bit high for me, but overall you can see the score of 4 different kinds of people, 4 different kinds of tastes. Overall, I'd say it's good for the price. So the next restaurant that we're gonna be trying is this one called Bites, and just to look at it, the general atmosphere looks way better than the other one, and as you can tell, it's basically Bites, so we'll see the size that they bring, but you've got a carrot soup, chili dog, garlic roasted potatoes, pulled pork, chicken, barbecue ribs, a bunch of different things that seem a lot better than the other one, so we're gonna review this one as well. But just so you guys know, this is only available if you're staying at the Pyramid. Next up, we got a Philly cheesesteak, got a fried chicken sandwich. What do you think of them ribs?
Yeah, they're all chewy.
So overall rating, this Bites place is definitely better. The atmosphere is better. There's less people here. So again, if you're not a fan of a bunch of people everywhere, this place is a little bit better. The portion is small, but definitely like it's all inclusive. I mean, you can just tell the dude, you know, give me 3 of these, 3 of that. I definitely recommend the sandwiches. Ribs don't do that. And everything else pretty good.
So now starting with the entertainment in the hotel. Now we're going to show you 3 in this video. The first one was the fire act. Now this one is in the main part of the lobby for the Pyramid Hotel, and I thought it was going to be alright, but it was actually pretty cool. It lasted about, I think it was like 30 to 45 minutes, and they did like this whole show, some cool tricks, and there was actually quite a few people watching it, so that one was definitely worth it. I think it starts at 7:30 p.m., so if you're there, you should definitely go for this one. The second thing for entertainment is the casino. This is actually the only hotel in the hotel zone that has a casino inside the hotel. And now, if you come from the States or you've been to Las Vegas or anything like that, don't expect anything like extravagant, like, oh my God, it's super big. This is definitely a lot smaller than that. But as soon as you walk in, they have a lot of the machine slots, and they have quite a few of them. So if you like those games, then you definitely don't have to worry about not having a spot. But once you enter the main area, this is where you can see the tables. They've got craps, they've got roulette, they've got some blackjack tables. There's really not that many staff. Well, when I went there was a Monday. They may have more on the weekend. But again, this is all that you get here. So again, it's nothing that big, but it's enough to have fun if you want to have fun at the casino. And the third and final thing that we did was the Kinky nightclub or club or whatever they want to call it. Every day they have a show. So we went there, started at 10 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. And we went ahead and checked it out. I mean, my expectations weren't high for this one either, right? But the entrance and everything like that was actually super cool. And it's called the Kinky nightclub, but this show in particular wasn't really kinky in any sort of way, but the dancing and everything that they did, I would have to say actually it was pretty cool. I mean, the choreography and everything, I was pretty impressed. Those guys danced pretty good and everything was like super sync, and it was actually pretty fun. I had a good time. I think the show lasted around 45 minutes to an hour. So, I mean, it was like consistent dancing. Like they didn't stop or anything like that, which just made it even cooler. Now, I didn't go in the spring break time, so that's why I didn't have any entertainment on that part. But the things that we did on entertainment were actually pretty cool, and I think that's what would give this even more points. So if I had to rate this, just the entertainment part, I think I would give it a solid 9.5 out of 10, because I think it was pretty fun. I mean, those three things, the casino, the shows, and everything like that, for those couple nights, it was really, really good. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts with a score of each category, and at the end answer the question, is it worth it? So for the first one, the room, I think after staying in it and sleeping, I would have to give it like a 6.5. Let's be a little nicer, 6.5 out of 10 for the rooms. The pillows and everything like that were nice, but also we noticed the pillows that you don't sleep on, like the decoration, they smelled really, really bad. I mean, like sweaty, and they were nasty. But besides that, the room was pretty clean and it had a decent view to the lagoon. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Next thing that we're rating is the food, and I think for this one I'm gonna have to give it a 7. The buffet area was definitely like a 5, but the other restaurants that I showed you, like the bites, that one definitely bumped it up to like a 7. So 7 overall on the food. And also not to mention that when we wanted to go for supper at nighttime, there was virtually no restaurants available to eat at except the buffet, because all the other ones were full with an hour wait. So that's really a big letdown. For number 3, we got atmosphere. This includes the pool, the beach, the activities, everything like that, and I think this is probably the best score. I would have to give it an 8.5 because the activities were pretty fun. The pool and the beach were okay, but like I said, the beach just didn't have enough chairs to sit on, and no activities really on the beach. And the pool, again, it's nice and big, but there's just way too many people. But again, the other activities and all the restaurants included, I'd have to give it an 8.5. And also the casino is a nice touch. And the final category is the service. Now, the people were nice and friendly, but they just were not trained at all. I mean, we had an issue at the start where I was like, can we reserve for the restaurants that require reservation? And at the beginning, she was like, yeah, no worry, you can reserve later, like whenever you want. We go there later, 6:30, and they're like, nope, you can't reserve anymore for today. We're like, what do you mean? It's 6:30 p.m. No, nothing. You won't even check if there's reservations open in any restaurants? Nope, no more for today. So that one was definitely a letdown. Also, security guards, we asked a couple of them like, hey, where's this restaurant? Nobody seemed to know. And also, when we were sleeping, it was like 8 in the morning, and we had only stayed there one day, and the dude just literally opened the door and walked in, and we were like, yo, whoa. No ringing, no knocking, nothing like that. Just walked in like it was his house. And the final and most important, would I recommend this place? Well, to the people I say yes, if you're just looking for the ultimately cheapest thing possible in the hotel zone, which again, with the beach, because I mean, you do have a nice beach there. So if you're looking for that ultimately cheap possible, and you don't care that the drinks are bad, the alcohol is super cheap, the food is so-so, but you get the beach, then I guess so. I mean, you're really not going to find a lot of cheaper options here. But if you maybe want to spend a couple extra $50 to $100 a night, and you could definitely get a significant upgrade in hotel. And again, with the beach and everything like that. So if you're up for that extra $50 to $100 a night, if that's in your budget, I definitely recommend you going to another hotel. But again, those are just my personal preferences. If you guys have any questions, comment it down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.